simply simplifying exponential expressions that are fairly complicated, such as are in the journals. Be very methodical about it. So you can see that we have a bracket, and everything in that bracket is to the power of 5. So that means everything has to come in here to the power of negative 5. So really, power to a power, we know that we need to multiply. So a already is to the negative 2, so we're going to also multiply it by negative 5. B is already to the power of 3, and we're going to multiply it by negative 5. Okay, so I'm actually writing down the multiplication part of it so that it just helps my brain a little bit. So now I have negative 2 times negative 5, which is a positive 10, and I have b to the negative 15. Now, one thing about math, we do not like leaving expressions with negative exponents. So in order to get rid of the negative 15 that's on the b, we're going to flip it, in other words, reciprocate it, and that makes that 15 a positive. So the final answer here is a to the 10th all over b to the positive 15. Now the next one, part B, is again much more complicated in the sense that there's more there. It's same kind of principle. Again, I have the bracket, so that means everything has to come into here first. So I end up with, and if you can't do the multiplication without writing it down, please write it down. I'm not going to for this one. So I have 2 times a negative 2, so that means I have a negative 4. My b is already to a negative 5. Multiply it by negative 2, and I get a positive 10. C is to a positive 8 times a negative 2 is a negative 16. So that's that first bracket. Now the next bracket is also multiplied with this one, but I have to again deal with the 3 that's outside the bracket. So again, it has to come into every single term. So that's going to be a to the 4 times 3, which is 2. B is to the power of 1 already. That's why we can't see the 1. And so 1 times 3 is 3. And finally, C to the negative 1. Negative 1 times 3 is going to be a negative 3. Now we've got rid of the brackets, but it's not simplified because there are bases that are like here and we're multiplying. So you can see that we have a's here and a's here. So we're going to take those, and because we're multiplying, we're adding. So again, if it's easier for you to actually write down adding, so I'm going to go negative 4 plus 12. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Just remember, though, when you're putting the negative 4 plus 12, that you're actually putting it up in the exponent area and not down too far. Otherwise, it just looks like you're doing a minus 4 plus 12, which it's not. The next one that we can put together are the b's. So we have b 10 plus 3. And finally, the c's, we have c negative 16, and we're also adding a negative 3. So almost done. So negative 4 plus 12, so we're looking at 8. B, we're looking at the power of 13. And C, we're looking at the power of negative 19. Now, just like the previous example, we do not like the negative exponent. So what we're going to do is we're going to reciprocate the base. So now it becomes 1 over C, and that will make our 19 then positive. So our final answer is a to the 8th, b 13, all over c to the 19th. Okay, if you need to see the next two, just keep watching.